Neopian friends, Neopian enemies. This is the most significant day on Neopets. It's Nimmo Day. It is Nimmo Day, friends and foes, the most important day, probably in my life and most likely in yours as well. As you can see, my beautiful Moroccan Nimmo book, Freak 1987, is now my active pet. That is for two reasons. One, so we can just have a fun day gallivanting about the Neopian globe with the beautiful, the wonderful book Freak, but also I don't think I want Lepediolite to be my active pet as often because of reasons that I'll explain later. But first, we have to get some free training. I already came in earlier today and got free training. If it is a neopet birthday, like a neopet day, not your neopet specific birthday, but like the species day, you get free training at the academy. So if you're academy eligible, get your free training. So I'm able to get free training for Book Freak. I'm doing level, I guess. So we're going to train some more level. Book Freak isn't going to be a like battle dome pet or anything, but I think just increasing level in general. That's what I do for my pets on their pet day, and then I only get like 2 or 3 every pet day, so it would take a while to like fully battle dome train them on pet day alone, but that's not important. Here we go. Also, it'll tell you free, like if you go to the academy, it'll tell you like how many balloons is it, and if it's a pet day, it's free. So that's one day you know. You can also use like Jelly Neo. That's what I did. I had a Google alert for today because it's just the most important day in all of Neopets. It is Nimmo Day. So look, a beautiful bug freak getting all trained up. So that's great. We're gonna do some dailies. It's a weekend, so we're probably not gonna get like the new pet color and pet outfits right away because that's just it's fine. It's whatever. So today's Altador Cup, the gray year. We're talking about Moltara, so feel free to read and peruse on your own time. A lot of these are just how the different lands are reacting to like everything turning gray, which is fine. My head is filled with characters. I'm at max capacity for characters. I've never been great at understanding like who's who in Neopets. I know Marina, Fiora, Judora, Illison, Brucey B, Fernie Pooh, and like King Altador. There's a lot. There's a lot. You could really go into depth on like Neopets and Neopet lore and the different characters, and I just don't feel like it. A lot of other people are knowledgeable about it. There's like the book of characters, I think, on Jelly Neo, so you have that. So now we have a gray Cheryl Shelley action figure. Don't know who that is. Moltara, do I have any thoughts on them? I think Magma is an excellent paint color. If you didn't watch my video on ranking the paint colors, you're missing out on quality content. But yeah, there we go. Now I like need Jelly Neo. I don't know why I didn't just have that open to begin with. But today's Nimmo Day, you can volunteer. There's Quiggle Day stuff. We already went through that. So, two more. This is like actually kind of a great month for days for June. Because, like, besides the fact that, like, Jubjubs are one of the worst species, the 13th of June is Quiggle Day. Quiggles are an A tier species. Today, June 15th, Nimmo Day. Nimmo is a top 3 species. I know a lot of you didn't watch that video where I ranked the species, but Nimmo's, they're up there. Just about perfect. And then we have cow days on the 19th. Cows are absolutely fantastic. Then on the 28th, Akara Day. Akaras aren't a great species, but I have a great Akara. But I can't even get like free training. I guess that's growth because last year I was able to get free training for what's my kid's name? Lepediolite. But I was so close to 40 last year. I was like, but the training's free. It's cool. What do we have to do today? Let's go buy some stuff. Let's go to the Haunted Woods. Let's have fun. I did take a break from Neopets yesterday, and I didn't do the whole filming every day of the Altador Cup. I was still, and I still am, like kind of in a crummy mood. The kind of started last like Tuesday, Wednesday, got really bad on Thursday. Friday's video wasn't good, and I didn't want to come up with another like 4-minute videos of me like moaning and groaning, so I took some time off. And I'm not necessarily feeling better, but I'm able to mask it. So, like, to society, I'm doing better. I don't know. maybe just mental health isn't linear and I'm going to be doing good and swell for some weeks, and then out of nowhere, I get upsetting news that I was anticipating and I'm just upset. So I'm trying to be not as like miserable. I didn't get tickets to this like convention type event. That's fine. I was going to make a whole vacation out of it. I can still take a vacation, which I literally probably should do. I don't know. I also think this is good for me because it's like a natural breaking point in that hobby, because that hobby is related to like this like vague hobby that I've been talking about the entire history of my channel, where I'm like, I love doing this hobby. It's my most like money intensive and time intensive hobby, but I'm just, the community's wacky and there's like resellers now in the hobby, which we've never had before this year, which can't be great for the general economy of the world if this niche little hobby that I had for a decade is suddenly sucky. Is suddenly sucky, and now there's like resellers, and there've always been people like reselling parts of their collection that I would buy, but now there's like people dedicated to like getting up early and buying products and selling them for a lot on eBay, and it's like, what are we doing? It's silly, it's goofy. I was already upset with like how much money I was spending on everything, and so it's just easier to kind of like take this break. I didn't get tickets to this event. I will be fine. I'm gonna take a little break. You have to take breaks from your hobbies, you know? So, what should I add to book free? Morocco's hard because there's some paints where there's like specific items of clothing that you have to put on them, which is why like as I scroll you'll see like mainly like background and foreground things and not really clothes, because you have to buy like Moroccan pet specific clothes because they have such unique body shapes that they can't get the regular clothes out of the general store. So I don't really have any Moroccan stuff just because I don't care to get it. And I think it's Neo Cash. And I guess I should just get it out of the way early in this video because I talk about it in all videos. But I don't really care about Neo Cash. I already have a hobby that I spend money on. I don't really spend money on Neopets. I have purchased extra pet slots. So I can't say I've never spent money on it. But I found like the pet slots valuable in a way that like the clothing just doesn't bring me value as much as like a one-time NeoCash purchase where I can like get my little 10 pet slots, and it's all good. It's all Gucci. There we go. Look how beautiful. Now you're back underwater. Also, all my customization stuff is stuff I get for free. So, just from events and such. I don't really know anything about backgrounds. So there we go. There we go. Got my stuff. I have to buy 2 more things, if I am correct. But I got a code stone, which I really need, because I want to get back onto training Lepediolite. Or just like get back into like enjoying life, you know? It's been like a really negative mindset that I feel is justified. It is. Things have been horrible. But you keep that to my diary. I started journaling again. So I've been journaling consistently since like Wednesday, Thursday, because I was like, I have anxiety about this thing, and I'll journal it out and it'll help me sleep better. And then it never helps me sleep better because my anxiety doesn't stop just through journaling. But it's just like, sometimes I read back over my entries and I'm like, wow, girl, that doesn't matter. And I know in like 2 weeks, I'm going to read back over my like multi page entries about how I didn't get tickets to something and be like, hey, girl, like there's like actual suffering in the world and you're not one of them. So it's just one of those. I'm trying to be more positive. It's Nimmo Day. Nimmos are a great species. I don't want to spoil my species ranking video if you haven't seen it, but like Nimmo was S tier and it was one of 3 species that got S tier. And I don't give out S tier easily. A lot of people were in the F tier because they weren't it. They weren't it. So here we go. And see, because that's the other thing. I wish we could fishing on neopets. I want to be able to fish everyone at the same time. Lepediolite not being active, that's mainly because this morning the snow wager blast Lepediolite, and I'm like, can we please? Can we please? Like, why am I doing snow wager? Honestly and truly, I don't enjoy it. I'm not super avatar motivated. Like, I'd rather have Termoculus eat one of my pets than get like a Snow Wager avatar. And then I don't think there's a trophy for it, and I love me a trophy. I have a trophy update. Trophy update. So, I don't know why I'm even doing Snow Wager anymore. But, yeah. Here we go doing Coconut Shy, the way you're not supposed to do it, but the way I do it. I think you can get it through Ruffle. Like I say in every other video, I don't believe that you can win in Coconut Shy. I think you guys are making up those little posts. That's some Photoshoppery. I've never won anything from Coconut Shy. Let's go to Colton, see how things are. Anyways, I don't know if it's smart to have Lepediolite be my Battle Dome pet and my active pet. In the grand scheme of Neopets, it doesn't matter. If for some reason you're like, I only have one pet and I want it to be my everything pet. Should I make a second? It's just like on occasion there'll be like a random event that happens where you can like lose like strength or like lose a level, and it'll be like the pet being like, oh, I'm so weak, I haven't trained in forever, I lose like a strength level. And the ironic thing is like that's usually someone's Battledome pet that is currently training, but whatever. I just don't really want that to happen to Lepediolite. And I'm trying to like, you know, do something. Have fun with my other Neopets because I love Lepediolite. But it's like it's Book Freak. Everyone loves Book Freak, and then it'll help me like be with my Neopets. There's some of them that they've never been active. I like took them from the pound, and then they were active for like 30 seconds while I got them switched out with someone else, and then I painted them, and they've never been active. And I just want to have a new active pet. That's fun, right? I'm trying to find fun things to do on neopets.com. A new active pet could be fun. Love Lepediolite. Lepediolite can still be my everything pet. So there's that. Also, if anyone ever wants Tiny at any point, or if anyone ever wants Zams at any point, that's fine. And I know I'm going to regret saying this, but I'm considering paring down my Neopets. It's not going to happen anytime soon, but I've thought about it. I have like 13 pets, and I like really do things with like four of them, and I could just like have four of them, but I had side accounts and I wanted to get rid of the side accounts. And so there's that reason. And I don't necessarily agree that we need more pet slots. Like that's my very like controversial Neopets opinion. I think I can just get rid of some of the pets, but it's like I've had some of these pets since I was in college. I was like I graduated college like 5 years ago. And so it's kind of like I don't know, they've been with me for a long time, and I would feel bad just like putting them in the pound. But if someone reached out to me and like, oh, I really want Bertonier, I would give a Bertonier. There's some pets I absolutely would never give up. So let's just go through that now. Book Freak's not going anywhere. Lepediolite's not going anywhere. Just in case you're curious and you want to take one of my pets. I'd give up Tiny. I'm a little bit over Tiny. I can see myself putting Tiny back in the pound. Producery, I'm very iffy because it was like one of my first dreamy pets, and then I got like the morphing potion from the quest log like a year and a half ago for Producery, and I made the name knowing I wanted like a fruit or vegetable chia. Peachy is really cute. On the chopping block, I could get rid of Philodendron. I could. I would also get rid of Moldavite because I don't like drakes. And this is, I think, the best a drake has looked. I don't like drakes. So if anyone wants Moldavite, either for the name or if you want a magma drake, let me know. I can't get rid of Love Beyonce. Will not even consider getting rid of Pedialyte. Geothansis. Beautiful soul, beautiful spirit. Love the Moroccan Usul. This is like the best an Usul's gonna look. Novelty kind of wore off. Cupcake I would give away. Cupcake's just like a pet that I grabbed from the pound. And when I was closing one of my side accounts to move everything to this main account, I'm like, but like I feel bad. So then I like painted it like an elderly girl Aisha. It's fine. It's fine. I could get rid of Cupcake. Cupcake's not one of my OGs. Cupcake was like a 2 years ago. I adopted a random pet and you just haven't gone anywhere. Chevy Equinox can't go anywhere. Sarapegia can't go anywhere either. I know. I love the Alien Aisha. I always wanted an Alien Aisha. This was my first dreamy Sarapegia, so we're just not going anywhere. I would get rid of Bertonier. The thing is, I love all Aishas. And I can see myself getting more Aishas, all of that. And then Zamifolia right now is my lab rat. If anyone wants a green Norb, go ahead. You should have gotten the Isakara when I had the chance. So there we go. There's a little fun tour of my Neopets. I feel like I haven't shown y'all those in a while. But who's for sure staying? Book Freak, Love Beyonce, Lepediolite, Sarapegia, and Chevy Equinox. Those 5, absolutely. I can hear arguments for getting rid of almost anyone else except for those 5. Then you only have 6 default ones. So I could see myself getting rid of some of these pets in the future. I would feel better if they would like go to a home that would like customize them and like make sure that they're in the lodge. They don't have to be your active pet. They don't have to be your dreamy, but like if I log in and then like 2 months and I look up the name of the Neopet and they're starving, I'm gonna be upset. So let's finish dailies and then we can talk about my new trophy stuff. I was playing Neopets yesterday, as one usually does, and I played some cell block. So I got up a level in cell block. If you don't know about cell block, it's this like strategy style game that I'm like bad at, but it's one of the trophies that you can easily get because it's not a high score. You have to like beat like certain rounds in certain tournaments to get the trophy. And it's Connect 4. Truly is Connect 4, but you're playing against this computer that wants to stop you. And it's not hard. Tedious is more like it. You have to win like the majority of like games in a round, and I don't like it. I don't like it, but I'm going for like easy game trophies, hence why I'm going for cell block. I took like 6 months off of cell block because I got to like tournament 1, not a far tournament, around like 3 or 4. Whoever like that old like ghost weird looking loop is, him. And I was like, nah, I can't do it anymore, but I'm back. I'm now at a trophy because you get like a participant medal and then you get like the bronze, the silver, and the gold. I'm so far away from being at the gold, but I'm gonna get it one of these days. I just have to be patient, especially with cell block. There's like a pattern and there's like strategy behind it. You want to get a bunch of like 4. What did Jelly Neo say? You want to get 2 4 in a row somewhere on the board because then you're going to win and beat the computer. I'm having such a hard time beating the computer, and I just got out of tournament 1, and I know it's going to be a lot more difficult to beat the computer in the future. It's a lot. I'm going through a lot. Did I lose a pet? Didn't I have 2 that were dust? Oh, PETA's gonna come for me. I think I lost a pet and I didn't even realize it. Because I'm like, I had 2 that were sludge. I only have 1 that's sludge. That's the thing. If you have like a full custom down to the P2s and P3s, do not zap them with the lab ray thing. Because they could go. Another thing you could also do is like not name your pet and then you're not allowed to select them. Do I care about any of these? Like Mr. Krabs has to stay because Mr. Krabs Jr. is Book Freak's pet. So it's like the crab and like Mr. Krabs Jr. because I grew up watching SpongeBob and that's why I'm at the current state in my life. You know, there's that. And then Alice is for, who is that? Cupcake? Because like an elderly cat and an elderly Aisha. Very cute. I don't really care about the rest of these. Mercutio looks cute. And then Frank's a little iconic. So I don't really zap those 2 either. But like anyone else can get zapped. But you can lose your pet when they get zapped. You can also increase their levels, and one day I have to look up like, do pet levels mean anything? So I don't think that they do. So there we go. And now we get to zap Zamophilia. I think it's gonna be like a stat increase or decrease. So I feel like you became a green Norb very recently. So you click that green Norb. I always hesitate and make sure that like that is who I want to zap, because you know, like the moment I misclick something, they're gonna turn Lepediolite into like a coconut jub or something. Craziness. So we're gonna zap you. And you gain 2 levels. Cool. I'm not gonna do Battle Dome with y'all today. I don't have that much to talk about. I'm kind of done. But here's my user lookup. I have 201 secret avatars. I feel like a lot of like the more hardcore people are like 400 or 500, so I'm not hardcore. I'm 17 months, so I get this busted bloomaroo. I only really like King Roo, but you guys aren't watching my species video. That should be like 1 million views, like just in my heart, and I know it'll get there. Stamps 104, site themes, whatever, Neo deck, 8 cards. Lepidolite's Delight. I should put some stuff in there. I say all the time I'm going to, and then I never do. Side event trophies, blah, 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 blah. Here we are, 3rd place at Cell Block. It used to be the medal. Now I'm at the trophy. So, here we go. I could honestly and truly probably crank this out this week and get to the gold. I've thinking about work just brings dread. I've had Sunday scaries since Thursday. I had like Sunday scaries where like I would like on Friday night and Saturday. Well, Friday night I had to work. Saturday I was like, man, I don't want it to be tomorrow because I'm gonna get Sunday scaries and then I'm gonna work on Monday. It's gonna be a week. It's gonna be a week. I already know. It's fine. Like I'm happy I have a job because I know someone who's job searching and it's like I hate job searching. It's dehumanizing. It's demoralizing. Why are we putting all these listings out? There's the fake listings. Ooh, job searching sucks, but like, they should just invent a job that I'm good at and pays me to live. I don't need to be the richest person on earth. I don't. I'm just a humble girl, just a Midwestern girl. But if they could invent a job that didn't fill me with anxiety, that would be great. Or if I could just get paid enough to like get rent and get groceries, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. You know, and I would enjoy it. That's all a girl can ask for. Anyways, there's everything. I'm working on my game trophies. Yeah. I hate this 3rd place to test your strength. Hate it so much. I want the gold. That's the only reason I do test your strength. Once I get gold, I'm done with test your strength. Same thing with what was that apple bobbing? I got the avatar and I'm like, oh yay, my pet's not gonna get sick anymore. And then Cozy Campfire, I think it looks better in silver than it does in gold. Bronze looks the best, that's the closest to fire, but also Cozy Campfire is too random. It's too random for me to enjoy, and you like zoom it in. There's a whole lot of tips. Like maybe if you're bored, you can try for Cozy Campfire. It's basically I Spy, but it's rigged. Okay. Snowboards was fun. That was like playing Battleship. Go, 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 super easy. Cheat, easy. Being Punch by Bob, easy. Solitaire was not easy. You win 2 in a row. That's very difficult. And I'm going to let you all go. If you want to see Grand Theft Imagine or Furious Quest, I have those videos on my channel. And I know people don't watch them. And it's fine. It's fine. But if you want to get gold in either of those and you don't have it, my videos are available to you. And I will see you all tomorrow. Hopefully I'm feeling better. I'm not feeling any worse than I have the past few days today. Like I can get up and film. I couldn't film yesterday. But it's like, man, I have to get it together. I have to lock in. Is that what the kids still say? 2 years ago when I worked with teenagers, they would always say lock in. I don't know if it's still a thing. Okie dokie. Lock in. Bye.